Hi, this is Sid Sheck with Drymark, National Sales Manager, and I am here with Mark Dobbs, VP of Sales with Drymark, who's been with our company for many years. In today's video, we want to focus on bleach bills. So Mark, first, thanks for joining me, and so glad we're diving into this conversation. So Mark, let's talk about a bleach bill. We hear a lot about it, and what is a bleach bill?
Oh, thanks, Sid. Nice to see you on Zoom again.
It's good to see you, Mark.
Um, so a bleach bill is very simply a good bill. This is a $5 bill. It's a good bill, or a single. Usually a five or a single. And counterfeiters, they take a vat of acetone or other heavy solvent, and they put the bill in this vat, and they'll scrape off all of the ink on the front and on the back with usually a piece of steel wool until you have a blank piece of paper. And then they overprint a higher denomination on that bill. So that's what a bleach bill is. It's simply a blank, which is made with a 1 or a 5 and overprinted with a higher denomination, such as a 20 or a 50 or even 100. That's
Interesting. Wow. And so why would a counterfeiter use a bleach bill?
I thought you might ask that question. So, and the answer is the pen. Every one of you who's watching this, or most of you who are watching this video, have seen the counterfeit detector pen. This is a product that Drymark patented in 1991, the year I joined the company. And it's an ingenious little test. And that test is a chemical test for identifying paper on US currency. Now, paper on US currency is not actually paper. It's actually a combination of cotton and linen. And that product is made by Cranes, and that company is in New England. So what the pen does is it identifies starch in bills, and starch is used in processing conventional wood pulp paper. So the counterfeit detector pen is ideal for detecting counterfeit, which is printed on copy paper or typing paper or any kind of common paper. What it will not work on is US currency paper, which is not paper. It is cotton and linen. And so the chemical reaction, which turns the ink black or brown on copy paper, for example, will not occur on currency paper. So counterfeiters were finding it very difficult to defeat the pen because they couldn't find any paper to print their counterfeit bills on. So ultimately, what they decided to do was, okay, they can't defeat the pen by using copy paper or any other kind of paper, so they decided to use currency paper, 1s and 5s, and doing the overprinting. So that's what a bleach bill is. It is intentionally made to defeat the pen.
So interesting. It's pretty amazing that the process that they go through to make these bleach bills. So are we seeing bleach bills on the rise?
It's been on the rise for years. The pen has become ubiquitous. You see the pen in, half the stores out there have a pen on the counter. And so counterfeiters have gotten wise, and they'll use this bleaching process. This, for example, is a great looking 100. And that 100 is actually a $1 bill, which has been bleached. And the pen won't work on this. So you see a lot of these things circulating now, more so than in the past, and it's going up every year. So you need techniques to determine what bills are counterfeit without using a pen. The pen still picks up a lot of counterfeit bills because still, I would say the majority of counterfeit bills are still printed on copy paper or other heavy-duty paper stock. But you do need some techniques to pick up counterfeits, which are made with the bleached bill paper.
So as far as technologies that Drymark has over the years, you've been with the company for many years. What have we developed as far as technology to defeat, this the bleach bills?
Well, there are a couple of things that U.S. currency have that that make it easier to detect counterfeit without using the paper test. The first thing we developed is this dual test, and the dual test has got an ultraviolet light of a very particular and strong wavelength, which pick up security features on good U.S. currency. So, for example, this is a good $20 bill, and you see that stripe. That stripe happens to be green on the 20. It is not available on counterfeit bills. A counterfeiter can't duplicate that stripe. If it's a single or a 5 they're using, that stripe will be either non-existent as it is on the 1, or it'll be in a different location and a different color as it is on the 5. So you can use the dual test, which is a very simple and inexpensive product, an improvement on the pen. It also has the pen, so you have 2 tests in one. That's what we call the dual test. That's your simplest technique. Now, you do have to know where the stripes are. That's in the little instruction manual which come with the product. So that's one technique. And a couple of years ago, we developed an even more interesting product to test. This is the flash test. And the flash test has a node in the center. That's a little scanner. And that sensor picks up the black ink, which is on the front of a legitimate bill. So this is a good $20 bill. And if you run the ink over that sensor, it causes the flash test to make a little squeaking sound and flash green. It just takes a half a second. So that's actually even faster than the dual test. On a counterfeit bill, such as the 100 I was talking about, there is no reaction at all. And why is there no reaction? Because this is a bleached bill, and the counterfeiter soaked it in a vat of acetone and scraped all of the actual counterfeit, the actual ink off of the bill, the ink that was printed on there by the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. So those are 2 great techniques for detecting counterfeit bills which are bleached. The other thing, of course, is that this also has that same UV light technology, and also it has a technique for picking up the watermark portraits, which are located on good bills. So you see the portrait on the 20 here. There is no portrait on this fake 100. So those are some techniques that you can do as a retailer to protect yourself against bleached bills.
Great. Well, Mark, that's great information. I'm learning so much from you, being with the company now for a few months, and would love the opportunity. If you own a business, multi-location company, please contact us. I'll put my contact information below. And Mark, thanks for joining me on this discussion, because I think a lot of people are not really familiar with bleached bills, and hopefully this video was of help to you. So thanks again.
You bet. My pleasure. Take care, Sid. See you soon.
Take care. See you soon.